Namaste. Welcome to Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with Nirmala Basnet. Dear viewers, let us now start the program with the main affairs of the day. While millet production increased in the far west, rice production decreased. Millet production was good as the government conducted various programs to promote indigenous crops. $10,000 tons of urea fertilizer brought by the agriculture material company has arrived. Jimbo, which is found in Paddy in the high Himalayan region, has started to be sold in Kathmandu. Plus more. Let us continue the program with the news on productivity. It looks like the production of millet has gone up in the far west, while the production of paddy has declined. This is believed to have happened due to the fact that the Prime Minister's modernization project program has been supporting the production of indigenous crops, leaving the paddy in the shadows. We all have to understand that paddy is also indigenous to many parts of Nepal, if not all parts. So we should also look for indigenous paddy crop of Nepal. While millet production increased in the far west, rice production decreased. Millet production was good as the government conducted various programs to promote indigenous crops. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. While millet production increased in far west, the rice production decreased. Millet production was good as the government conducted various programs to promote indigenous crops. Millet production has increased in the far west. Millet production increased by 40.49% last year. However, it is mentioned in the Economic Activity Study of Nepal National Bank that there has been a decrease in rice production by 31.49%. The study mentions that millet production has increased due to the indigenous crop promotion program conducted by the Prime Minister's Agriculture Modernization Project and the District Agricultural Knowledge Centers. The economic activity of the Public Far West is under study due to the decrease in rice production due to excessive rainfall during the ripening of the rice crop. The production of potatoes increased by 17.69% in the previous financial year. There was a decrease of 13.49% in oilseed production. Regarding forest products, wood production has increased by 45.22%, firewood production by 61.41%, and other products by 52.10%. The production of medicinal products has increased by 31.85%. Banana production increased by 30.37%, other fruits production by 26.67%, and spice production by 7.77%. But mango production has decreased by 47.69%, apple production by 2.99%, and orange production by 1.32%. It is mentioned in the study that among the loans in the agriculture sector, Kailali has the highest 65.54% and Bajra the lowest 1.06%. After the news report, let us now see the news on fertilizer. It is reported that more fertilizer has arrived in Nepal. The agriculture material company was saying that there is no shortage of fertilizer in Nepal since Shawan. This is very good for the farmers as the season to plant wheat is here. The Nepali farmers have been looking for foreign chemical fertilizer for the production of food crop. Even though it is reported that the organically grown food is healthier and tastier, the Nepali farmers cannot seem to breathe without chemical fertilizer in some cases. 10,000 tons of urea fertilizer bought by the agriculture material company has arrived. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. 10,000 tons of urea fertilizer brought by the Agriculture Material Company has arrived. A train carrying 2,500 tons of fertilizer arrived at the railway station in the Indian border town of Raxhole in Birganj on Thursday. According to the company's Birganj regional office, the company's urea fertilizer has arrived at the Raxhole railway station via Visakhapatnam port in India. Fertilizer is transported from here and stored in different godowns of the company in Birganj. So far, 10,000 tons of urea fertilizer has arrived in 4 railway yak, and the office said that all the fertilizers will be received within the next 1.5 weeks. India's IPL company has won the contract for supply of 30,000 tons of urea fertilizer to the company through global tender. He bought the fertilizer from Oman and brought it to Nepal. It is said that out of 30,000 tons of manure, 20,000 tons will go to Birganj and the remaining 10,000 tons will go to Vairava. After the news report, let us now see the news in Jimbo. Yes, many people like the smell of Jimbo in their dal. This Jimbo, usually traded by the mountain men in the past, has become a good business in the city centers now. We hear many stories about the Jimbo and how it is made. Some stories are not very pleasant. I like this story. It is made from naturally growing plant in the alpine region of Nepal. It is dried and sold. Jimbo is a herbal plant of the high mountains. It is very popular in the hilly districts and in the Kathmandu Valley. Jimbo, which is found in Patan in the high Himalayan region, has started to be sold in Kathmandu. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Jimbo, which is found in Patan in the high Himalayan region, has started to be sold in Kathmandu. As the demand for organic and quality Jimbo started to increase in the city, a cooperative organization of Limi has started sending local products to the Kathmandu market for sale. Kunchang Tamang, the treasurer of Limi Ekata and Multipurpose Cooperative Society Limited, said that the materials collected by the people of Limi from Patan in the Himalayas were brought by Jimbo Cooperative Society and brought to Kathmandu. The cooperative organization has been buying Jimbo at 1,500 rupees per kilogram. It has been brought from Limi for 1,500 rupees per kilogram and sold in Kathmandu for 2,000 rupees per kilogram. This year, 50 kilograms of Jimbo has been brought to Kathmandu from Limi. This Jimbo is not produced by the farmers but grows by itself in high places. After packaging and branding, it is sold in packets of 50 grams to 200 grams to the public. After the news report, let us now see the news on industry. When the agriculture of the country is very strong and stable, the industrial development comes naturally. So it is important that the government starts the development from the Department of Agriculture. When our agriculture is mechanized and high-tech, the country will be looking for next move to improve the economy. The next move will be industrialization. When there is secure agriculture that can support the industry in the country will flourish. The Chief Secretary of the Government of Nepal, Shankar Das Bairagi, has said that the production cost should be reduced to make Nepali industry competitive. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. The Chief Secretary of the Government of Nepal, Shankar Das Bairagi, has said that the production cost should be reduced to make Nepali industry competitive. Speaking at a program organized on the occasion of the 8th Industry Day, Chief Secretary Bairagi said that it is also necessary in Nepal as there is a worldwide recognition that production costs should be reduced to make the industry competitive. He said that the industry cannot thrive unless it is competitive. Chief Secretary Bairagi said that the country's trade deficit will continue to increase until exports are increased due to the increase in production in the industry.
प्रतिस्पर्धी भएन भने उद्योग फस्टाउँदैन, वातावरण भएन भने उद्योग नफस्टाएसँग उत्पादन बढ्दैन, उत्पादन नबढेपछि निर्यात गर्न सक्दैन, निर्यात गर्न सकेपछि हाम्रो व्यापार घाटा जुन छ त्यो निरन्तर चुलिन्दो रूपमा अगाडि बढ्छ। त्यसैले हामीले सर्वप्रथम कुन एरियामा हामी कम्पिटिटिभ छौं, हाम्रो कम्पिटिटिभ एज कहाँनिर छ त्यो कुरा पत्ता लगाएर हामीले कस्टलाई घटाउने अनेक उपायहरू गर्नुपर्ने हुनसक्छ। यहाँ धेरै कुराहरू आयो निजी क्षेत्रको तर्फबाट प्रस्तुत गरेकोमा प्रोडक्सन कस्ट एउटै साङ्गोपाङ्गो प्रोडक्सन कस्ट भन्यो भने पुग्छ। त्यसमा ट्याक्सले कन्ट्रिब्युट गरिरहेको हुन्छ, ल्यान्डले कन्ट्रिब्युट गरिरहेको हुन्छ, टेक्नोलोजीले कन्ट्रिब्युट गरिरहेको हुन्छ, जनशक्तिले कन्ट्रिब्युट गरिरहेको हुन्छ, लेबरले कन्ट्रिब्युट गरिरहेको हुन्छ, इन्भाइरोमेन्टले कन्ट्रिब्युट गरिरहेको हुन्छ। सबै कुराहरू त्यहाँ गएर ठोक्किने भयो भने कस्ट अफ प्रोडक्सन कसरी घटाउने भन्ने विषयमा गम्भीर भएर काम गरौँ भन्ने मलाई लाग्छ।
He expressed his belief that the uncomfortable situation in the economy due to the impact of the external sector will not last long. He said that since everyone has recognized the problems in the economy and industry, the private sector and the government should work together to solve them. After the news report, let us now take a small commercial break. Stay with Krishi Television. After the commercial break, welcome back to Agriculture Affairs in Nepal. Dear viewers, let us now continue with the handicraft fair. Nepali handicraft is very special as it has a blend of South Asian culture. Nepali people are proud of the heritage they have. Many Nepali people who love the Nepali art make a living creating and selling their masterpieces. Thangka painting is more organic to Nepal, which depicts pure Buddhist and Hindu culture. Many Thangka painters make their living by selling their painting. So this exhibition is very important for the Nepali artists. Plus, the handicraft is based on agriculture byproducts. This is why it is important that our agriculture is strong to support even the handicraft industry. The 19th Handicraft Trade Fair will be organized in the last week of Makshir. It is believed that the fair will help in marketing. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. The 19th Handicraft Trade Fair will be organized in the last week of Makshir. It is believed that the fair will help in marketing. The 19th Handicraft Trade Fair and 17th Handicraft Competition will be held in the last week of Makshir. The fair is going to be organized with the aim of promoting domestic and international market of handicrafts, promotion and increasing export trade. The fair is going to be held at Hotel Hyatt Regency in Kathmandu from 24th to 27th of Makshir under the organization of Nepal Handicraft Federation. According to the organizer, the fair has been organized to provide all kinds of handicraft items at one place to develop business relations between entrepreneurs and foreign handicraft importers and help in marketing. It is said that Nepali entrepreneurs, businessmen and artists can get information about color combination, design, product development and technology going on abroad from the fair. In the fair, there will be a vibrant exhibition of traditional and innovative handicrafts, an exhibition of items according to the concept of Made in Nepal, Make in Nepal, exposure of tangible cultural heritage, art exhibition honoring senior artists and honoring exporters. Entrepreneurs from all 7 states will participate in the fair, which will be held for 5 days. There will be 150 stalls in the fair. After the news report, let us now see the news on cardamom. Most of the Nepali land is fertile for the cultivation of cardamom. This means we have greater chance of trading cardamom than other products. Nepali cardamom is known to be grown organically and is said to have high quality. India is the best market for the Nepali cardamom. The cardamom has become one of the main exports from Nepal. The Nepali farmers are reaping the benefit of growing demand of Nepali cardamom. Farmers of Machapur rural municipality are becoming independent from cardamom production. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Farmers of Machapur rural municipality are becoming independent from cardamom. Farmers of Machapur rural municipality of Kaski, which is considered very fertile for agriculture, are now becoming self-sufficient in cardamom. As the cash crop cardamom cultivation has started to give good returns, the attraction of local people has increased in this direction. Naresh Raj Lamichane, a farmer of Mashapusre 8 Koleli, has started cultivating cardamom commercially on about 70 plantations of land. Lamichane, who is also the owner of Jyoti Organic Agriculture Farm, says after the better benefit from cardamom than other crops, attention started to be paid to it. He said that the waste land was used when cardamom cultivation was done on shady barren land. When the local farmer went on a visit to Ilam and Taplejung through Annapurna Conservation Area around 2050-51 BS, he brought some branches of Ramsaini and Gosaini varieties of cardamom and started planting them. After it gave good production, the local people started getting attracted towards the commercial cultivation of cardamom. He says that the return of one-time investment and hard work is available for a long time, so it is becoming the choice of the farmers. According to Lamichane, the interest of the farmers in this area has increased after receiving subsidies from the Prime Minister's Agriculture Modernization Project through the Cardamom Sector Program. 11 modern furnaces for drying cardamom have also been constructed in the area with the grant of the project. Cardamom starts yielding 3 years after planting. Cardamom, which was sold at 1100 rupees per kilogram last year, has now dropped in price, so farmers are waiting for a reasonable price. Indian merchants determine the price of cardamom and buy and sell it based on that, so the price keeps going up and down. Lately, cardamom has also started to be included in the goods exported from Nepal. After the news report, let us now see the news on environmental conference. The climate change is a burning issue. Due to the climate change, the lives of many people around the world are affected. In Africa and in South Asia, the effect of climate change has created transformation of the society. The people are suffering from starvation and lack of homes. Many young girls are forced to early marriage in the flood-prone areas of Africa, creating less educated mothers for the future generation. They are forced as the parents cannot provide for them. Nepal is also in the battle against the changing climate. The establishment of a compensation fund at the United Nations Conference on Climate Change. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. The establishment of a compensation fund at the United Nations Conference on Climate Change. Payment of aid to countries that are victims of climate damage such as floods, droughts, storms, etc. is made. Although the United Nations Conference on Climate Change that started on Kartik 20th failed to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, it succeeded in establishing a fund to provide compensation to poor countries affected by emissions. The poor countries have taken the unfunded fund as their victory. Funds will be paid as aid to countries that are victims of climate-related damage such as floods, droughts, and storms. Small island nations have been hit hard by climate change due to rising sea levels. After the establishment of the fund, Finance Minister of Tuvalu, Steve Peniu, said that after 3 decades of struggling, millions of people around the world have received justice and help in addressing the damage, while Pakistan's Environment Minister Sherry Brahman commented that there is no charitable organization that donates the fund. Before that, the representatives of all the countries present at the conference welcomed the proposal regarding the establishment of the fund. With the establishment of the fund, the United States of America, China, India, and industrialized countries and groups belonging to the European Union will have to deposit the compensation amount into the fund. This is all in Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. Before I go, let us review the main affairs of the day. While millet production increased in the far west, rice production decreased. Millet production was good as the government conducted various programs to promote indigenous crops. $10,000 tons of urea fertilizer brought by the agriculture material company has arrived. Jimbo, which is found in Paddy in the high Himalayan region, has started to be sold in Kathmandu. Thank you for watching Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. I'll be back with more affairs next time. Till then, Jai Krishi, Jai Kishan, Samriddha Krishi, Nepal Kishan.